All right, good evening, everybody. I think I am live. I'm not 100% sure. It shows that I'm live, so I'm assuming I am live from my hotel in Rancho Cordova, California. Here for business for a few days before I head off on vacation out here. So we're going to try and stream a little bit. The hotel streams are always a little bit interesting, a little bit difficult. Um, I've got to do it all from my phone. So kind of still setting some stuff up in the background as I get this thing kicked off and we get started. Kind of on the agenda for today, I do want to discuss the updates that came out of Vancouver. I did try to record the announcement for raids for the Alliance raids. I was on a plane at the time, so the Wi-Fi wasn't the best. So there's a few stutters and all that, but I do want to kind of try and watch that and see how that works. See if it came through at all. That way we can kind of discuss it in a few more details, kind of play it, pause it on some of the screens, try and figure out exactly what they were talking about. So do want to do a little bit of that. We can talk the Battlegrounds tournament. I know I'm going to run some arena. I've got a couple milestones I've got to meet yet. I've got about 2 hours before I've got some late night prep meetings for my work tomorrow. So I think that is going to be a lot of what I want to get done. There we are. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything set up on the stream. When I do it from my phone, I can't set a lot of the information that you see kind of underneath the stream in the description and all that. So just updating that so that it's on there. All right, so there we go. I think everything is now updated. I'm looking at my stream online. It doesn't look horrible at the moment. I'm not going to turn the volume up this time. I don't want the echo. I managed that kind of last time we did this. So let me go ahead and see if we can't. Oops, don't want to do that. And one more thing, and then I am ready to go. All right, so I think now I'm set. We've got everything there. So, going to probably also do my war video recording at some point in time during this. We can kind of do the recording live, and let's see, the air conditioning just kicked on. So, I'm going to kind of wait. Oops, I forgot to claim those the other day. Okay, phew, they don't expire till tomorrow. So, I'm going to record my war video, like I was saying. I've got to do the last milestones for Arena, and we'll just kind of go from there. If anybody joins in, I'll do kind of a sound check, see how things sound, see if that air conditioning's too loud, see if I can maybe find somewhere else that I can record from. There is a lot of traffic. I am fairly near the highway. I'm on the highway side for my room in this hotel. So, there may be some noise there, but we will find out, I guess, if anybody has time on a Saturday evening in amongst college football. That's kind of the other thing that I'm doing. I am watching some of the games that are on. So I'm going to be watching, I think it is USC and University of Houston. That's getting ready to start. That will be kind of on and may pull my attention from time to time. But I want to kill some time while I'm sitting here waiting for my 7 p.m. Pacific time meeting. That meeting is only going to be probably about a half hour, and then I may come back and do some more on the streaming front just to kind of see what we can do. See, Alliance Quest, I do need to jump in and probably move here. I'm going to give it some time. I've got a couple, about an hour and 15 minutes before I'm capped out. I've done all of the fights I typically do in the first section. I can try to, maybe take that King Groot boss here in a little bit as well. But I guess we'll start off with finishing up the arenas. It shouldn't take too long. We'll go there, and then maybe some BGs, then maybe the side quest. Then we'll determine. Not really sure. This is going to be kind of a different stream. Just kind of quick, want to chat, want to hopefully get some folks in here and just kind of chat it up and see, what's on everybody's mind. That's kind of the thought process for this. I do want to check my stream health here real quick now that I've got it up and everything seems to be working. There we go. That is muted. Stream health looks good. So yeah, not seeing any drop frames, seeing everything should be flowing fairly well. Only thing I can't check, like I said, is the sound. So, folks will have to let me know on that. Hey, Legend, how's it going, man? So kind of doing a little bit of a different stream. I'm stuck in a hotel room for the next several days for doing some work traveling. So, no face cam, which isn't probably a big loss. Kind of a different setup for me, so if things don't sound right, if you can hear the air conditioner in this room or you hear road noise, let me know. Perfect, thank you. So what'd you think of the Battleground Brawl and the announcements? I kind of said it yesterday on the stream that I did before I left this morning was, I like that, the 8 folks that were there, they were all excellent matches. I don't think any of them were bad. I would have loved to see Legacy or Andrew the Rough do a little bit better. Just being, in the alliance with them, it would have been nice to see. But I thought they did well. Just showing up there was something that, hundreds of thousands of other people couldn't do. So, very, very pleased, very happy for them. They did come out of there with some rewards. I'm not sure exactly what they picked. I haven't been around and didn't really read line chat that much, but they did get some rewards for at least qualifying. So, it wasn't a complete loss for them. We had a bunch of 4 Loki members there. I would have loved to have been there, to join them to kind of have the fun, but unfortunately we're called. Let's see, let me get this started. It was pretty intense. As for the announcements, I can see Kabam are really putting the work in for content. I agree with that. Personally, I feel a bit overwhelmed with all the content, but it's a good movie. The announcement for the Alliance raids was a little in-depth. I was in a plane when that was going on. I do have it recorded, mostly. I do want to take a look at it and kind of re-listen to it and watch back through it again, just to kind of figure out everything that was in there. It seemed really in depth with the 3 different paths, the 3 different buffs, having to work together to make sure all the buffs get right. Only being able to do so much damage at one time. Howdy, Mr. Hill. How are you, sir? So a lot to figure out in all that they presented. Fortunately for us, at least for me, Karate Mike was the one who did the video, so I'm hoping that he understands it and can tell the rest of us. I'm hoping there's a lot more information that comes, next month and in December. Okay, let's not do all this. Let's do that and finish that off. Didn't look like they were going to replace AQ. It looked like it was going to be in addition to. So you're going to have the 4 days of Alliance quest, it looked like, and then the 1 day of the Alliance raid. If it's done right, I could see it being decent. I also think I saw, I don't know if it was on the live stream or if somebody posted it that the, let me turn this down a little bit, that the cost in there was going to be the 150 Alliance tickets. So, of course, they make Alliance Quest free and then charge for raids. Same exact amount. So, it is what it is. I think there'll be different tickets. But, if that's the case, that's kind of a little cheesy on their part. But, I can see it. It's just the way it is. As long as I can buy it with gold, I'll be happy. Like I said, once I probably get done with my, once I get done with running these 7 stars, I'm going to pull that video up. Like I said, there's going to be some lag and it's not going to be the highest quality because I was on the plane when I recorded it. But, I wanted to record it so that I could watch it again. Things weren't the quietest, when you're on a plane, and even through my headphones, it was really kind of hard to hear. See, I doubt it because Ben did say, yeah, they're removing tickets, but there's going to be a cost to get in there. I know I made that comment in line chat, and the only reply that I got back from the guys that saw it, not today, but the night before, so when they saw it Friday night, was bingo. So, yeah, I watched, for the most part. I didn't see the last couple matches. I landed as Finn and Pepe were going through it, so I missed the end of it. I know Finn won it all, but I thought everybody showed up well. Even those that didn't make it to today, the 4 that lost yesterday did themselves proud. They did one heck of a job. Those matches were just incredible all the way around. I was very pleased with how everything worked, and I thought it was very well done. Despite the production issues on day 1. Oops. All in all, I can see them doing that more often. I would like to see that maybe like once every 6 months, move the venue around. I know it gets expensive for Kabam to fly people there, but I think, in the long run, they could make money from it. That's the end of Rocket. I was hoping that Special 2 would finish it. Yeah, that one, he fought that fight almost perfect. That Doom versus Hulkling fight. That was one heck of a fight. There was a bunch of fights like that were incredible. There was a couple matches that, both finished 100% and, were seconds apart in time, throughout the weekend. I can't wait till they kind of put that back up, because I'd love to watch it back again to really get a in-depth look at some of those fights. There was a lot to learn in there, a lot to digest. I love, I'm not the greatest at Battlegrounds, but I love watching those guys that are very good so I can learn. I think my biggest issue with a lot of Battlegrounds is draft. I think that hurt a couple people. That hurt Legacy on one of his fights when he had, on the invade node, I can't remember who he was fighting Domino with, but, I think he was fighting it with Corvus and had to eat a special 1. That match came down to really draft strategy. I think he had a good counter for Domino there, but, the fact that she threw a special 1 when he was unlucky was very unlucky on his part. He was turtling up, trying to block, and, he was damned if he did, damned if he didn't there. If he tried to dex it, he gets hit by it. If he blocks it, he takes the invade damage. It may have done less if he just tried to dex it and got hit by it. So no telling there. I like raids. I like that the next Everest content's coming out. I don't know if I'm going to jump in there right away. I'm not the biggest Everest content guy. I don't like, kind of the way they do some of it. To me, I don't want the caps on damage. I don't want the cap on the amount of time that you can spend in there. Yeah, great, you're giving a way for strikers to extend it. But, you know, the fights are difficult enough without having an artificial, you know, death put in there. And that's really all it is. I mean, it is, oh, you're not going to solo this fight. You know, we're going to make it impossible so that things time out. You know, I don't like that. Didn't like it in LOL. Didn't like it in Abyss. Not sure I'm going to like it in Necropolis. I do have to go out there and kind of see more on that. I haven't done any real research into that. You know, what all the paths look like, how many fights on each path, things like that. The rewards are going to make it worth doing. You know, 2 R3s. Definitely going to make it worth doing. You know, that'll make me spend some units. I mean, oops, wasn't paying attention when the fight started again. You know, to me, if I have to spend 10, 15,000 units on revives, you know, for 2 R3s, it may be worthwhile. You know, that's a lot, but, you know, maybe, like I said, it would be worth it. I would spend that much if they put the deal up in the store. So, yeah, you know, I think that would be, you know, if I could do it that cheap. I don't know if I can do it that cheap. It may cost that much for one path. You know, I won't be in there day one. I'll kind of do like I did with Abyss. I waited probably a week or 2 before I jumped in. I let some folks run it. I let them kind of figure out who worked, who doesn't, type thing for it. So. I think there's probably still more to come from that. I think there's, you know, a lot of announcements. I know they said on the February 3rd update stream, I think that's when it is, we'll get more information on Necropolis. Oh, come on. Why am I parrying everything? There we go. I just fought you in Alliance War. Can you throw a special? Thank you. Almost caught me with it. So, you know, kind of, like I said, looking forward to everything. I mean, I think they're doing an excellent job of putting content out and trying to keep the game fresh, trying to give us some different things. You know, I hope one of the things that I'm hoping they announce is maybe some changes in AQ. I'd like to see some new fights. You know, update the paths, update the bosses again. I think it's time for that. You know, been running map 8 now for, goodness gracious, 2 years, and they've changed it 1 time, I think, maybe twice. So I think it's time for its, you know, 6-month update. You know, maybe when they take it to the 4 days, there'll be new bosses, new champs to fight on the path. You know, I don't mind AQ, but kind of getting tired of the same fights. It's been the same fights for week after week after week. It's not that I can do them perfect, but still. Okay. This is a lot slower without recoils on. Could probably turn them on, but I'm gonna could be tied up most of the day tomorrow. I just don't want to forget. And for the last war of the season, which is going to be a must-win, to have them on. Not that my defenders get any kills anyway. Today's war was a quick one for me. I had cleanup on one fight. We had somebody just struggled with one of the fights, so had to clean that up in section 1, and then just had 2 fights in section 2, and then was on pre-fight duty. They took it a little bit easy on me because they knew I was getting up at 3:30 in the morning to catch a flight. You know, granted, half the alliance was in Vancouver and probably didn't get any sleep, from what I could tell and from what I could see. There were a few after parties, I guess would be the best way of calling it. So, hey, Highline, how's it going, man? So, I think, I'm really looking forward to some updates. The champions, from what I heard, both the ones next month. So, what is it? Chioth and Kushala, I think is how it's pronounced, or something like that. It's not one that I know of. It's not one that I've ever seen. But apparently, both of them are awesome. Ones to go for. I was told, let's see, both Usafa and Clown said that they were going to go broke buying the crystals for them. And typically, they'll buy some of them, but they'll give up after a certain point. They both said they weren't stopping until they had 7-star awakened. So, that's some high praise for them. I know Cheel, they said, the animations were incredible, super smooth, really fun to play. It'll be interesting to see, how the output is on them. I think the other announcement was for December, you'll have Onslaught coming. I guess from the sounds of things, he's going to be a defender. So that will be interesting to see as well. I know he's been one that, a lot of people have asked about and wanted. My Marvel knowledge is kind of surface. Probably more than Brian Grant, probably less than half the community. So I'm not real sure who either of the, Kushala or Onslaught really are. Other than that, I know they've been requested a lot, and I'll do some research on them before they come in, but other than that, trying to think of what else was announced. There was a lot. I'm hoping that, I guess they just kind of did a refresh to War. Still would love to see some changes there. I think they're at the point now where they probably have to start thinking about, start thinking about a rewards boost. If they're going to put R3s into the Everest content, and they're going to put, I did watch KT's video on it. I think, he was right in the statement where he said, if they're putting R3s into the content, they're going to have to probably put some up for sale Cyber Monday, during the holiday sales or something like that. If they're doing that, and they're starting to make R3s available, kind of War has to be, one of the top priorities. So, that's kind of one of your competitive game modes. You need to keep BGs, and you need to keep War at the top end of the spectrum for rewards. Those are your head-to-head, most competitive. You want your best of the best in there. So I think that needs to be done. It'd be interesting to see what type of rewards they put in raids. I don't see them doing, I think it's just going to be kind of a continuation of Alliance Quest and the scoring that way. Probably with an update to the store, with some, little extra added flavor on top for getting bosses down and things like that. So very, very interested in seeing a lot of what's going on out there. Very, very happy with the statements from there. There was only one game mode announced, and I know I wasn't sure because on the Marvel stream when they announced Cheel, Jackson said game mode, and then Friday night he said modes, so he had just misspoke with the modes, which is fine. I'm hoping now, and I hate to say it, I'm hoping 8.4, is probably, if raids come out in January, I think 8.4 probably needs to come out in March. to finish that up and then start working on the next chapter story quest. Now that it's not quite as long, you don't have to come up with as many paths or things like that. I think, they could probably come up with it a little bit quicker. I think that was one of the reasons they went to the 3 paths, or 3 paths in each section instead of the 6. And let me flip that. There we go. But what else did you guys think of the weekend? I'm happy for FinTech. He flew a long way, and I think he did very well. He showed some nerves early on, yesterday and early on today, but to his credit, he did play better, and I think he deserved to come away with the win. All right, I think this is the last of the 7 stars. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know who was on here, I do have to kind of go through my war fights and kind of quote-unquote record my war video, to kind of go through what I did. It's just going to kind of be a few different streams here and there. I'm going to probably live stream fairly often. Whenever I'm in my hotel room, just kind of going to stream, unless I see somebody else streaming that I want to watch, I'm going to stream when I'm playing. I don't see any reason why not. There will be football games on that I will watch. Like I said, I'm kind of waiting for the USC University of Houston game to crank up. I'll kind of watch that while I play and talk. I don't know if I turned on Do Not Disturb on my phone. So you may see work messages pop up as people start rolling in to the hotel and getting organized for tomorrow. Oh, come on. There we go. That finishes him off there. No, I didn't turn on Do Not Disturb. That's fine. I don't need it on. If you guys see anything, just ignore it. All right, couple more rounds here and we'll be done with this arena, and we'll kind of move on to something else unless you guys want to talk or discuss anything anymore, because it's just easier for me to do this mode and talk while I'm kind of having to watch multiple screens. I've got to have my stream up on my laptop so that I can see the chat and then play on this. So, and I'm also kind of bouncing back and forth for line chat, just in case anybody needs me for anything. I'm pretty much done with war, and I think unfortunately it's not looking good for us right at the moment. We were taking on SSX. They had a lot of guys at the meetup as well. In fact, the funny thing is, Clown, who is one of our officers and one of our BG planners, also has an account in SSX. So it's always fun watching him take on himself. He's in the same BG in both, so he's got to fight his own, account. We have to fight against him. They have to fight against him as well. So it's just kind of a neat little side there to the matchup with SSX. We seem to get them every season at least once. But this hasn't been our best season, unfortunately. But at the same time, there's also a lot going on. We had the meetup. We had, kind of a close friend of the Alliance had a wedding. So that took, 4 or 5 of the Alliance members, for that. We had, Karate Mike having to do all the stuff for the meetup. He, was really tied up with a lot of that stuff and making some of those videos. Some of the deaths we had, I can't remember if it was this war or last, was Karate Mike, when he got to Vancouver, got checked into his hotel, tried to do his war fights, and had severe lag on 2 of them and timed out on a 3rd. So that was 3 deaths for somebody who hardly ever dies in war. It's just kind of the unfortunate side to doing, wars when everybody's traveling and stuff like that. All right, so that's that arena done. I do have the regular arena to do. But let's see. Don't think I've got anything there. Let's go ahead and... What do I want to do? I'm not sure. What do I want to do here? Nothing there. What is the events that are on right now? Okay, so it is Hero Use, Science Combat. Let's go ahead and just finish off the arenas, I guess, since Hero Use is up. Then we will do some BGs. So let's bring our 5 stars to the forefront. Do this. Oh yay, Nightcrawler. Well, we'll try Quaker. I'm not a Quake player, but I hate fighting Nightcrawler, and that's probably the best option I've got. So how's everybody's war season going? How are BGs going for folks? How were the 8.3 rewards for those of you that are done? I know, Mast, I saw you screaming it. I think I'm pretty sure that I saw that you were at least at the boss. I don't know if you've done it 3 times yet or not. I haven't had a chance to get caught up. Let's see, make it the Gladiator. Nope. I am... All that I've done so far, I think, are 7 matches. I've won 6, lost 1. So I've got a ways to go yet. I focused on 8.3 the first couple days. Really just did BGs Friday to kind of try the meta out, see what it's like, and then haven't run any since. I was going to try to do some of this stuff on the plane, but typically my Wi-Fi isn't too bad. Today it was just not very good, to kind of put it mild. So really couldn't do much. Couldn't really even do arena. It kept, timing out. The lag was pretty bad. When I show the video, you'll see kind of the best that I could get Twitch. Haven't touched 8.3 yet. I want to make it, yeah. And everybody kind of does it different. I was the other way around because I knew I was traveling, and it's probably easier for me to travel and do Battlegrounds than it is to do 8.3. The nice thing when I travel, at least up until my wife joins me on Tuesday evening, is I've got time in a hotel room that's nice and quiet by myself. So Battlegrounds are more doable there than when I'm at home and my dog wants attention, or my grandson wants something, or my wife, needs something. That's always usually when I'm in the middle of a match. So, well, you said the end of that before all the big boys come back. A lot of the big boys were still in there. To me, I just kind of jump in there when I can. I find mornings are a little bit better for me sometimes, but there are so many skilled players at this game, and so many that are very good at doing the draft that that's kind of where I struggle. I usually end up, when I lose, I usually end up with matches that just were, pure matchup that I just didn't have any counter for. The one that I've lost so far this season, that was the case. I just did not, there was no counter at all for, the last fight in it. That's kind of part of the strategy and part of the fun of doing it as well. That BG's is one of those things that it's kind of a love-hate relationship for me. I enjoy the game mode, but I usually hate myself after playing it for too long because I screw up too many fights, I get too upset. But it is fun. I think the fun aspect of Battlegrounds is there. I enjoy watching it. To me, it feels more like a true competitive mode than Alliance War. And I like that if I mess up, it's just me that has to pay for it, not 29 other people. I'm still kicking myself. I'm the type of person that, I died, not in this war, but the one before, to a fight that I really shouldn't have died to. And I'm still kicking myself for it. We lost by more than one, but just kind of kicking myself, just like, why didn't I throw on an invulnerability boost? I had it, and if I don't, I have the units to go and buy one. I just was, I hate to say it, I was cheap and lazy. Thought, oh, I've taken this fight before. I've done it clean. I can do it again without, having any issues at all. Oops. So, and like I said, fortunately, it didn't cost us the war, but at the same time, it didn't help us. I felt the other thing that played into it was the 3 fights before it, and it's in the last war video that I posted. The 3 fights before it went smooth, went about as well as I could expect them to go. So I kind of got a little cocky, a little bit arrogant. I was at 49 kill win streak. Just one of those things. It was nice today to get back into war. The 3 fights that I did have all went smooth, all went just like they were planned. Granted, one of them was already half down when I started it, so, but it still went fine. It's just going to be interesting the next couple of days as my body tries to get used to Pacific time. That hurt. That's always the worst part of this week for me, is I'll adjust to Pacific time, because right now it feels like 8:05 to me, and not 5:05. I joke with people, but I'm an old man. It ain't easy on an old body. Either there's a 5.5-hour flight stuck in an airplane. It was nice this trip that I sat in an exit row, so I didn't have a seat in front of me. But there was 4 people that all had headphones in, and of course the headphones attached to the seat in front of them. So they all had their headphones in, and they were all asleep. And there's nothing worse than about 2 hours out, so you're 3.5 hours in, having to go to the bathroom and everybody around you is asleep. It was an early morning flight. It left at 6 a.m. They're all sleeping. I don't have the heart to, hey, excuse me, wake up, take your headphones out, move your bags out of the way, stand up, get in the aisle so I can go to the bathroom. That is the worst part of a cross-country flight for me. I love the seat. I pick it every time, but meant to parry that. I think this week too, you may see me play some on my second account. I've got to do a bunch of BGs there. You know, it's going to be a matter of, there's a lot of milestones to hit, and to hit it on both accounts, which is what I want to do. You know, I still want to get my arena milestones in. It's going to be tough. I've got to run, you know, I've got to 100% the event quest on my second account so that I can do Paragon's Gauntlet, or the Paragon Gauntlet, whatever it's called. So you may see me break that account out. And I typically, you know, play that account from my iPad, which I don't know if I've set up to stream from it or not, so I may set up the streaming software on my iPad as well as this, just to kind of be able to see if I can do. Well, that's a quick start to a touchdown for the University of Utah. Wow. Anyway, so you know, you'll see some of that probably this week, or at least the next couple of days. Once my wife gets in town, you know, like I said, part of it is work still, part of it's vacation. I will not sit here and stream when she's here, so you know, and I don't know how much playtime I'll get when she's here. So a lot of it may wait until next week when I'm back home. I think I am back home for 3 weeks. I've got a 3-week break from travel. I travel again November 10th, I think is what it is, something like that. So got a little break from having to be out on the road, so I think that gets me close to the end of the season for Battlegrounds. So that'll be nice. I think I start traveling again right at the start of the next war season, which is perfect. Wouldn't hurt my feelings if when they bring out the new alliance mode, that they give us an extended downtime for war. You know, I think with raids, AQ, and war all going, and that's the last milestone, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot going on in game just on the alliance side. So it'll be tough. All right, let's see. How long have I been streaming here? Oh, wow, only about 45 minutes. Okay. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's run some BGs. I do need to. I've got a pop in front of me and water, and still thirsty. All right, let's go ahead and run one of these. See how this goes. If I get a matchup that is just killer, you know, going up against Finn or Barrow or something like that, I may decide I don't want to do these. Turn the volume up a little bit so that I can hear them over the air conditioning, which I hope you guys can't hear, or at least isn't too loud. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of the person I'm fighting because I would butcher it. We will get rid of Adam Warlock. I do not like fighting him. Who else do we want to get rid of? I've got a Maul counter or two. Who don't I have in my deck that I want to get rid of? Let's get rid of Kitty. And let's just get rid of Kirk. Alright, let's go with a big old Cal out there. Let him pick out some champs to counter him. Alright, let's go with Void. Let's go Kingpin and Cassie. Yeah, we'll do Cassie. Hopefully Void will come back up, or Kate will come back up. I hate when there's 4 champs that I want all in the same draft. Let's go there. See, this is it again. There's 4 here that I want. No, this last one will probably be nothing that I want. Okay, at least I do have a Hulkling counter if he puts him down on D. Let's go there. And there. Really don't have a domino counter. That's going to have to be it. Really do not have a domino counter. Got some that I can deal with forward. And USC scored. Alright, I get to start this off. Let's give him an Atuma to start with. Maybe that'll draw out that domino. I doubt it, but maybe. Let's see, he throws Korg. Let's go... Let's go Kingpin. Wasn't really sure there who I wanted to do. He's going to do Hulkling. Okay. Let's just throw a special 1 now. Alright, that worked out. Push him to a special 2. Into a striker. Okay, no. Ah! Damn it. Caught on the dashback. Come on. Throw your special 2. Throw it. That's a loss now. Of course, 5 hits into the block. And of course you're not going to throw a special. Okay, shield, rock shield's down. Let's at least throw this off. Not happy with this fight. Gotta hope Atuma does Atuma things. Okay. Thank you for throwing right away. Okay, striker. Shield down, finished off. Not great. Atuma did Atuma things. Knew he was going to die quicker. Okay. Now the question comes, if he puts Domino down, who do I use? Who does he use for Nick Fury? Does he have, did he have Kingpin? He'd have to use Falcon for Nick Fury. Okay, so he's throwing Absorbing Man. Let's go to Nick. I want that Domino out of there. Perfect. Now, let's go... Do you want to do Silk? Yeah, let's do Silk against Absorbing Man. After many years of playing MCOC, I still don't get it. Okay. I'm not the best Kingpin player. You know, a lot of it comes down to he's just, you know, able to shrug off debuffs. Yep. I'll do it after this. So let me Ah. Okay. So with Kingpin, it's a lot of is based on his overrun. So, he's got, depending on what sig he's at, he starts at various levels with rage stacks. The idea is to get his rage stacks built up. I think it's at 7 or 8 that he flips over to overrun. At that point, he's doing a lot more damage. So you want to try and keep him there. The special one puts the degen debuff on him, which lowers the defender's ability accuracy. He is regenning from his own rage stacks because they are a debuff. So he's got a lot of willpower healing. When he is in overrun, he's unstoppable. So he can take on a lot of different fights. He can do Korg fairly well, even an awakened Korg. Just kind of a lot of utility, and does do some pretty decent damage. He's not going to have the biggest yellow numbers out there, but he's consistent. He's solid. His ability to shrug off debuffs and convert them to rage, is pretty good. What we can do. Let's see if this works. I don't think there's anything in any browser window here that's going to cause me any harm. So we can come here to Aunt May, and we will go to Kingpin. So mine is a SIG 200, so I'm just going to go ahead and put him there. There we go. So, okay, so he starts it with 4 rage, and then when overpower ends, he can gain up to 5. So, for each rage, let's see, does it say enemy evades or auto blocks gain 1 rage? I'm just trying to think if it said what the stacks did. Always active. Base regen is set at 50% instead of 100, so he's always got a regen. Incoming debuffs, he can shrug, so that's nice. Overpower, there we go. Purifies 8 debuffs to grant 100% chance to gain overpower lasting 15 seconds and providing, 10,000 attack rating. So there you go. That's kind of where the bump comes from. I guess I can maybe put it this way. Does it show up on the screen bigger if I do it this way? Instead of profile, I do it, or portrait mode, I do it landscape. So, that's really about it. The special 2 does some, I don't like Aunt May when I have to do it this way though. So his special 2, he gets to go unstoppable for 7.5 seconds, and it throws him into overpower, usually, because it does grant an additional rage. So, that to me, really what I do, depending on the thing, if I need to lower their ability accuracy, I throw a special 1. If I want to do a lot of damage, I throw a special 2, and then follow it with special 1s. Hope that helps a little bit. I'm not, like I said, I'm not the greatest as far as technical, Kingpin play. With Kingpin, I tend to just smash buttons, and he does a good job at it. And it looks like my stream with what I've got up here versus where it's at is a little bit lagging, so we try and get everything caught up to live here. There we go. So let's go ahead and run one more. So that is been a decent start to Battlegrounds this season. I kind of like this meta. Kind of got used to running it in war. So it's just kind of stayed. It's not that hard of a meta. So it comes down to the fights themselves, which you would think I wouldn't like, but okay, who do we want to get rid of here? I do not have Thing ranked up and ready to go, so let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of Spot, because I don't have one of those ranked up and not in here. Let's go Penny. Get rid of her. My ban strategy usually is those, defenders I don't like facing. Get rid of them first. And then, once I don't like facing, get rid of them first. And kind of a 1B to that is those that I don't have in my deck. Because there's some defenders I don't want to face that I've got in my deck. Ooh, let's go Cassie instead of Torch for that mojo. And really, Legend, Kingpin didn't always used to be that good. Let's give him a Korg. And let's bring in Kingpin again. I see a Quicksilver. I see a Gore. He can handle Gore fairly well, too. Hopefully he puts Gore on defense and I can counter with Kingpin. I think that would be a good fight. And who do we want to throw here? Let's go with Spidey. Okay. He gets to start off. Yeah, shoot, I did not put a domino counter in there. Well, we're going to have to use a Hulkling domino counter. So we're going to go... Let's go Korg. He's probably going to go with Hood. Oh, he's going to go with Dragon Man. Okay. Well, we're going to go with Hulkling. We're still going to do that. He does have a domino counter, so I'm probably not going to put her down on defense. He's got a domino nuke in Nimrod. This one fight really is just going to take the damage from Domino doing Domino things. Got lucky there. Okay, now throw your special. Come on. You did this to me in war. This is exactly what you did to me in war. Thank you. Back up. Just back up a little bit. There we go. Alright, well, I think I can do that quicker and cleaner than what he can do, my Korg. So, it should be okay. There we go. I will take that. And now I think he's going to get a Kindred. I'm guessing I'm going to see a Mojo or a Gore. Mojo is Cassie. Gore is Kingpin. Could even do Spidey Supreme. He's going to have to do maybe Quicksilver against Kindred. Uh-oh, USC is about to score again. 1 yard line, there's a Gore. We're going to go Kingpin. Alright, let's see if we can show a little bit of how good Kingpin can be. Come on, there you go. And you actually want to take part of that special one in the block. As you can see there, I gained that overdrive. Big special 2. It's 2 stacks of overdrive now. And there we go. 100% full yellow bar against Gore in 44 seconds. That's where Kingpin excels. That is where Kingpin excels. That's a good example there of what you can do with Kingpin. You know, not the biggest yellow numbers in that last half of that, but you know, it was consistently high. And there we go. There's 2 wins in a row. I want to take a look at my individual rank or my solo event score, because I do need to finish off the hero use event. Now, a lot of it, of what I'm doing for the next several days, weeks, and all that, is starting to gather units for the Cyber weekend sales. All right, here's what I want to try and do now, if we can. You know, let's see if we can get this up and working. Let's pause it. This is the announcement for the Alliance raids. So let's see how this works, if we can watch it. And then I may try to record my war video as well, kind of using my phone instead of doing it the way I've done it in the past. So right, so here's the information on Alliance raids. I may pause it as we go through here just to kind of read through some of the screens and see what they're talking about. So
look at our newest game mode, Alliance Raids. Like Alliance War and Alliance Quest, raids are all about coming together with your battle group to conquer the map before you. The first step is to decide
I do
your
want to
teams.
bring this out. Thought it was funny that Mike to do this used our Alliance. It was kind of neat seeing some of the folks from the Alliance in the video. So just thought that was kind of neat, at least from my standpoint.
First step is to decide your teams. There are 3 lanes of bosses, so naturally your battle group will split into 3 groups of 3 with 1 summoner in reserve. Now, each team of 3 will need a player of each role. Vanguard.
Okay, this is what I want to look at. Whoops. So Vanguard is the first one. Okay, it just talks about him. It doesn't put the stuff on.
Assault and Tactician. On the champion select, you'll be able to filter your champions by role.
Okay, this is what I couldn't see.
In a role.
So Assault is damage dealer, Vanguard are tanks, Tactician are support specialists. Okay.
Won't be able to complete role missions or deal any damage, so make sure you bring the right one for the job. Once you have your teams, roles, and camps decided, it's time to head into the map.
Yep, there it is.
You're gonna want
to... Okay. So, cost may change, but there we go. So when I was saying that I thought I saw 150, it was actually 180 Alliance tickets. So I'm not sure how much tickets are going to cost. There's not been anything put on that, but there is going to be a cost for entry. So, you know, Legend, when you were saying you weren't sure there, you know, I kind of did see some of that. So there is a cost for running these. Okay, let's keep going.
To the map. You're going to want to ensure you head to the matching choice node for your decided role.
That's something that I don't like either. That you kind of have to, you know, what happens if you select wrong? What happens if you accidentally misclick? Can you move back? Are you stuck? Does that screw your alliance? You know, things that I want to know.
Each node has a matching icon and color with the role you picked. And at this node, selecting a...
Okay, I want to see grain, 3 roll power. That's going to be the other thing. You got to learn now all about roll power and all that. For each buff active on it. Okay, so buff heavy, up to 10. Intercepting the opponent will grant a 45-second 10% intensity buff. Increasing buff potency. Wow. At 10 extends, refresh instead, gain 20%. Okay. Gain 6 roll power for each unique buff. Okay, so it looks like just different.
Takes a minute to read them
Boost.
and pick whatever you think will help you.
So armor. So it looks like a lot of cosmic champs, armor break buffs.
Your champ unleash the most amount of damage. Alright, now that you're boosted and at the boss, you'll want to organize the order that you fight with your partners. This will only matter for the first few fights while you're ramping. Now, each boss will have their own set of requirements while fighting them, and each time you complete the required in-fight
and here's where some of the lag came in.
You'll gain Raid Fervor. Now keep in mind, you can increase the amount of fervor gained from the boost that you chose. And once you gain enough fervor in a fight, you'll complete the mission and gain 1 roll charge. These are your main resource to get bonus damage for yourself and your team.
Okay, so raid roll charges, complete in-fight missions to gain roll charges, max 7 per fight. Assault, grant charges to Vanguard, Vanguard detect. Okay, so he does say that in there.
And complete missions in the fight will grant
missions. Thanos will call out a random game action of intercept the opponent, block a hit, or dodge a hit. After the called out action is completed, gain raid fervor. At 50 raid fervor, the mission will be complete and gain. Okay, should be fairly easy there. So it's going to kind of be like a lot of the boss
charges
boss
for
fights
roles
from like 6-2
other than your own.
6-3.
If you're Assault,
like
you'll grant charges to Vanguard. Vanguard grants charges to Tactician, and Tactician grants charges to Assault. And when your fight ends, you'll consume 1 of your roll charges. Completing a mission also grants you 1 stack of roll force for each roll charge on the fight that is your own, up to 10 of each. And these are important because each stack of roll...
Okay, so roll force passes grant the attacker up to 500% increased damage. Wow. This scales with up to 10 of each roll. Wow. That's...
Force gives the attacker increased
and I know you
damage
see some
on
big
all
damage numbers
attacks.
coming up here.
But roll force will only work if roll charges for your roll are active. So, make sure to complete your 7 missions each fight. That way, you build rolls faster and unleash serious damage. Just make sure everyone has charges and that you're working together to build them evenly. And you should be good to go. From here, rinse and repeat process for each boss, then come together to take down the final boss as a group. You'll be capped on how much of the boss's health you can take off in a single fight.
That I'm not sure I like.
But a number of free revives will be available in the store each.
Okay, and it does lag out there a little bit, so a number of revives
And
will be
also,
available in the store each
timeouts
week.
will 100% knock out any attacker. So, make sure to deal as much damage as you can. Raids will be active for the final week of each Alliance Quest rotation. That means, if you choose to participate in raids...
Okay, so Alliance Quest will be in effect the last week of every Alliance Quest rotation. So you're going to do, it looks like 4 weeks of Alliance Quest, followed by 1 raid.
You only have to complete 1 map over the course of the week instead of 4. So, what champions do you want to take to your first raid? Let us know in the comment below. And get ready, because raids are launching later this year. Until next time, we'll see you.
So there we go. You know, a little look there at raids again. You know, really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be kind of fun to do. It's going to be fun to learn. You know, interested in seeing what the rewards are, since it's, you know, kind of there at the end of the Alliance Quest week. So it'll be interesting to see. So, you know, you run at least 1 map and then you get to do a raid, but, you know, I know we're going to run 4 maps and then probably the raid at the end of it. So be really curious to see there exactly how that works. But kind of anxious, kind of excited about it. All right. Gonna do one more Battleground, see if I can move up a rank here real quick. If we do, well, even if we don't, what I'm probably going to do then is record my war video, kind of do it live, talk about it, you know, and that way I can clip it out later and just post it. It's not going to be anything elaborate, but I do want to get it done. Let's see, we're fighting T'Challa. Wow, man, that's a high-scoring game already. 14-14 first quarter. Oof! An Ascended Iron Man. I got to leave that one for him. I got to give him props. I got to give him props. An Ascended Iron Man gets to stay. Let's get Cersei out of there. There we go. I'll say it right. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll get Cersei and we'll leave Kitty in there. Got to give him props for that Ascended Iron Man. We'll give him a domino that he can possibly fight. And I think we're going to bring in Jugs. Okay, so Kingpin, Doom. Well, let's go with Kindred and Oakland. Assuming Nick Fury and Piggy. Nope. Perk. Oh, wow. Okay. I had one of them right, so we got a Piggy. Wow, I want both. Let's go Nick Fury, because he doesn't really have a science or a mutant champ. I want to go... I need to go there. Bring a Void in for that Doom. Oh, and he would get that Iron Man. Unawakened Domino, not too worried about her. But I do have a good Domino counter now. He has a good Domino counter as well. You know, if he throws Piggy down on defense, I may have to go Nick Fury. Doom. I'm going to give him Nick, and that's a Valkyrie, not a Kate. I said Kate earlier. Alright, he's going to put Domino down. Well, let's go Void. It's really the only thing I've got for Doom. And it should be okay. It's not going to be the greatest, but... Let's throw a special one there. There we go, got a couple debuffs off. Perfect. Got a slow. Should start ticking. Come on, throw a special. Thank you. Alright, let's get a third debuff up. Oh, we got 2 Petrifies. There's the third. Should get a 4th up here in a minute. And then you are the most passive Doom I've ever fought. Okay, we got Fear of the Void up. There we go. Heck with it. We're going to push him to a special 2 as long as we don't get hit by it. I took a little chip damage there. Alright. Not the worst Doom fight. Wow. Wow. The perfect Nick Fury fight. Okay. Well, let's go Kindred. He's going to go Piggy there, I think, against Kindred. He's going to do Chavez. Let's go Juggernaut against her. This could be bad. This could be really bad. I wasn't thinking. I just can't get hit. Of course. Of course she's got to start off right with a heavy. What the hell, man? Give me my gem back. Come on. Oh, this is a loss. This is a loss. What the hell? How did... Of course. You know, just throw a heavy. Heck with it, I'm going for it. That'll be a loss. Okay, if I do somehow win this, I think I'm going to put Shuri down on defense. And then I'll have to either Hulkling Iron Man, which he's going to have that big heal unless I can time that special 2 just right. And I can't remember. I think he placed first. Or did I place first? I don't remember now. Well, there was a win. Wasn't the cleanest, wasn't the prettiest, but I will take it. Yeah, I don't know, Shuri or Hulk. He really doesn't have the best Hulkling counters. So he's going Iron Man, so I'm going to want to do Hulkling for attack. So we're going to go... We're going to go Domino. She should do Domino things against them. She should, she should. Because they're going to go Unlucky. And we're going to go Hulkling. So, we'll see how this goes. Come on. Oh, at least I got an armor break on me. Well, didn't time the special 2 right, but... No! No, 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 no. Oh, I just screwed up. Just screwed up. Kill him. Damn it. He may beat me because of that. Oh my gosh, I pushed red. Gotta hope Domino kills him. Kills Valkyrie somehow. Or he doesn't get through it. Ooh! 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 Wow. All right. Oh, at least we moved up the rank there. That was ugly. That was ugly. All right, so there we go. Another rank up. Another rung on the ladder. All right, so what do we have left? We have Diamond 1 and then all of Vibranium. Is that what it goes to? But Diamond 1's complete, so I'll be going for Vibranium. I really wish I understood how the ranks worked here. So, okay. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip over to my recordings again. And I'm going to record a war video. Not really going to have too much of an intro to this, I don't think. Trying to think how I can get an intro screen and my closeout screen in on here. I don't think I've got any software with me, now that I think about it, that can do it. So, well, what I'll do then is I'll just record it offline. There's not really anything I can do here. Maybe I can do something else in game or just on my phone to do it. So we'll take a look at it and see a little bit later. But what else do we want to do? Battlegrounds 1 year anniversary. What is that? Emote. Let's go ahead and claim. I don't even know what it is. Let's take a look at it. What emote is that? What's it? Do they give the name of it here? I still can't tell what it is. Okay, only one way for these old eyes to be able to tell. Okay, it's long shot, I think. All right, so do we want that one in the deck? You know, I think we want that. Let's go with that. And let's go there. What the heck? And let's remove that cap. And why am I stuck here? Let's just do that. All right. So let's see, what else do we want to do? I hadn't looked at the side quest yet this month. Or this week, this month. I have looked at it so far this month. I've done the first two. I haven't looked at the third yet. Do I want to do that? Let's see. I've got about a half hour yet. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Sugar Crash week 3. I wish it would just go ahead and put the symbiote in there. Just would make sense. Why would we do something that would make sense, though? Okay, let's see what the nodes are. Underestimate the defender, underestimates your symbiote attacker. Summon symbiote gains 200% attack. Oh, okay. Explosive personality, well, that's easy to work around for the most part. Go ahead and do that. I will probably throw on, I think there's an armor break boost. other is where they're at. Cauterize isn't the one. Cleanse isn't the one. Cracking blow. There we go. So that is special 1 attacks, deal increased damage for each armor up on the defender, and removes our... Okay, so you want to hit into their block, give them 4, throw a special 1. Did I enter the wrong difficulty? There we go. This seems really low compared to other weeks. Maybe it's just because it's this path. It looks like the other paths are harder. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention the other weeks when I did this. I knew there was an easy path, but... Oh, I walked right into that. At least it's not doing any damage. Oh, let's just do this. I was going to try and get 4 armor ups, but the heck with it. Alright, MODOK, my favorite fight of all time. Okay, now I just need to parry you. Oh, really? Oh, God, I hate MODOK. There we go. Such an annoying little prick to fight. You know, I still haven't looked at the store. Still have no clue what's in the store. Alright, we'll have to fight the other paths better. That's a lot of furies that Ghost was able to build up there real quick. It would be nice if you would throw a special, though. Wow, I'm not going to throw one. Okay. Alright. 1 path down. 3 to go. Okay, let's look at the second path. Let's go by star difficulty. We're going to come over here. What are these nodes? Defensive transference, heavy-handed. The damage of the defender's special attacks 1 and 2 is increased by 130%. So either want something that drains power. I'm just going to use these or else I'm going to be stuck with them. So cleanse, I don't need. Cut deep, I don't think I need. Fight dirty, don't need. Frenzy, no. Hardened coating, no. In for the kill. Paralyze, purge. Quick reflexes, what does that one do? That looks like power gain of some type. Dodging a special attack with dexterity, fills your own power bar, that's a possibility. Undying, unknown enemy, vicious assault. Yeah, I really don't know. Let's go recoup. We'll run that because I got a bunch of those. We've got a bunch of these. What is this? Purge. Hitting a stun champion with a heavy attack removes all buffs. Might as well. Fighting dirty. I've got a bunch of these. I don't need True Strike, I don't think. Hardened Coating. Cracking Blow I've already got. So that, well, let's run with these. Okay, so remove his armor ups, that works. Okay, let's throw a special on there. Ah, that worked. Okay, so we've got a Doc Ock. If anybody's run these and want to tell me, just save me a little bit of time and tell me what boost to throw on, I won't argue. Okay, so we've got a couple armor ups, I want to remove those. Let's remove them, do a little burst of damage, and there we go. Alright, let me take a look here real quick. Sorry. Okay. Angela. Then we get Ghost again. And we're on to the third path. Okay, this should... Yeah, I didn't do as much. And there we go. That fight's down. And then we get Ghost again. Come on. Give me my candy and we'll go on. Okay. Now I can heavy to remove all those Furies if she gets them again. And there's all the Furies. At least she threw a special this time. And there we go. All right, 2 more paths to go, and then we're going to wrap up the stream for now. We may come back later and do some more BGs. Looks like this path now. Spry, each time the defender passively evades. Okay, so Dizzy, each time the defender successfully evades an attack, inflict disorient, and Mixmaster. Okay, so I need something that will prevent them from evading. I don't know if there's any of those boosts that did that. So let's go ahead and take a look at them real quick. Other, Cauterize, Cleanse, Cracking Blow, Cut Deep. Don't think that will. Frenzy. Using a special one, gain increased critical chance. Hardened Coating, I don't think does. It's Perfect Block. In for the kill. Special 2. Paralyze, maybe that's it. Intercepting, yeah, so we'll throw Paralyze on. So an Intercept will take care of that. Okay, not there. Ability accuracy is reduced for nonsense. That may be it, but let's just try this. Okay. Alright, now throw a special, please. Alright, that's perfect timing. Alright. Special 2 here. Wasn't as big as I was hoping it would be. Oof. Didn't mean to get hit in the face there. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's keep moving. Oh man. I think I want that one that is going to remove some ability accuracy. I don't know if that's the only one of them I had. Oh no, I've got 6 of them. Ability accuracy is reduced for all non-symbiote defenders. There we go. Now I think that's going to be it for this path. Hopefully that will... Nope, does not really reduce his ability accuracy too much. Jesus. Really? Don't make me restart this. I mean... God knows. Of course, I'm gonna have to restart this path. Jesus. I'm glad I'm reducing his ability accuracy and he's evading me every 2 seconds. Oh, he didn't there. Of course he does there. And I just parried him. Oh, freaking... God damn. What a pain in the butt. I hate fighting Nightcrawler when you just evade after evade after evade after evade. Quicksilver, okay. Well, let's see if we can finish this off without dying. We'll try him. Okay, at least I got that in. Okay, let's get a special 2 off. Need you to throw a special though. Need you to throw... well, maybe not. Nope. Okay. Good enough. Alright, at least it's a ghost boss. Those typically shouldn't be too hard. And then on to the last path. Hopefully it won't be as annoying as this one. The evade mechanic is one that I just do not like. Crit me with your best shot. So no damage unless it's a crit. Wow. Hey, finally a crit. Jesus. You may have the worst luck ever when it comes to critting. There's probably one of the boosts for this. it is just a ghost. Hey, one crit there on the special. Hey, one hit there on the 5-hit combo. One crit out of 5 again. So 20% crit rate. No crits. One. None on the special. Jesus. One out of the last 20 hits. I got a crit. I have to look at the boosts before I do this fight again. This is pathetic. Hey, finally finished her off. Okay. One more path to go. And this week's will be done on this account. Alright, let's see what we've got on this path. Fights themselves don't look too hard. It's going to depend on the nodes, of course. Supercharge, every 15 seconds gains power gain buff. Critical, crit me with your best shot. Rush down, the attacker starts with 5 rush down. Okay, I know what that one is. So we need to find something that will enhance the crits. Cut deep, is that it? Nope. Not paralyze. Tenacious, is that it? Nope, that removes a debuff. Vicious assault. No. Is there not one for crits? Really? Jeez. Gotta be something. Ah, there it is. Knew there had to be one somewhere. And it looked like there was one for the evade too that I missed. I saw an eye, at least for like a true strike. That's right, we got through it. There we go. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Get any crits there, but all right, a little quicker, a little bit better. Reading is hard. It's said often in this game. Reading is hard. Once again, apologize about the air conditioning in here. It is a little louder than I like. I hate when they start off with a frickin' heavy attack. I get caught with that more times than I care to think about. Come on. No crits out of it. There we go. Alright, 2 more fights and we are done with the side quest. UFC defender player tried to hurdle and just jumped right into his arms. Okay. Let's get crit rate up. Let's take that into block instead of actually dexing. There we go. Back with it. You not see the dex right in front of that? There we go. A little better there. Got hit with a special, but a little bit quicker. Used up a lot of the boosts. Hopefully I didn't use up anything I'm going to need next week. But Ghost and then done, and this week is complete, and we will be done for now on the stream. Probably get ready for my meeting. I think I may stream some from my other account. We'll see. We will see. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, oof. Thank you for kind of saving me there, game. I got smacked in the face with a special. Oh, a couple more hits. And there we go. Alrighty. Okay, so I've lived up to the title of the stream. I've done some arenas, I've done some BGs, and I've done the side quest. And I think that's going to do it. Let's go ahead and finish the side quest off. And there we go. So now we have all the candy. We have completed the side quest. We have done that. I'm going to record my war video a little bit later. I'm going to try, got a couple ideas of how I'm going to do that. I will probably be back with another stream. My guess is around 8 Pacific time if there's no one else streaming that I want to watch. So we may take advantage of that and, you know, do some stream of my own, you know, take advantage of the fact that everybody's probably still in Vancouver or on their way home. So with that, I think I am going to wish you all a good evening. Hope that you come back later. One thing real quick, I am still planning on doing a subathon. I put it in the community feed. I am working on some other socials for this account as well, but the kind of the plan is for every new sub that I get during the stream, I will open a Paragon Crystal. And for those that join the stream, what it's most likely going to be is you're just going to have to chat, you know, even if it's just say hi, something like that. I'm going to put them in a drawing for either a Google Play or a Apple gift card. Don't know the exact denomination yet. My guess is, you know, 25, 50, 100 bucks. Somewhere in that range, you know, not 100% sure. So we will, you know, have that coming up. I'm not sure the exact date. I am in California today through Wednesday, and then I drive to Nevada, spend a couple days there before coming back through California and flying home. So with that, I'm going to wish everybody a good evening. You know, like, subscribe, help me out if you so feel the need and the, you know, desire to help me. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I said, have a good evening, and we will see you again soon.